and council to order. It is May 21st at 7:30, and we have two agenda on the workshop. And the first one would be the community development block grant application for public discussion, and our engineer is going to do fill us in on what we're going to be doing in the future.
Yes, sir. I have the plan, but I don't know if we can put it on.
Give me one. We're gonna get it up on the screen.
That also gives me time that this is the first time I'm presenting in front of you guys. I've met some of you in the past, but I want to just tell you I do appreciate the opportunity to be here today. And if you ever need me, you can contact me. I'm very handy. I'm ready to have you for local ball on top. So I appreciate it. I hope that you do well.
I turn this on speaker.
Okay. I'll just put this so you guys look at the screen. We'll do this at the
Hey, Peg.
residents can see it, or the public can see it. So what you see up on the screen is what Drew, myself, Amy, and the rest of the municipality has been working on for a couple of years now, behind the scenes. So currently we have one project that's been 95% completed. That's our playground up here. Two projects that have been awarded through different funding sources. That's our pickleball, dog park, and tonight we're here to talk about the community development block grant. The community development block grant is a Monmouth County grant opportunity that's funded by HUD. It is a non-match grant, which means that you're able to utilize all the funds given to you for that specific project. So for this year, it comes in bi-yearly, so you'll have 1 year on, 1 year off that you can apply. You're always asked to continue to be a participant. That's how they kind of fund themselves at work. So what we'll be doing this year proposed is upgrading the soccer fields. We'll be doing improvements to the irrigation, moving the soccer field itself closer to the railroad just to get a little bit more space, a little bit more function. Two concrete pads that'll have compliant bleachers for the children that could be at play or any other events that you might utilize that area with. And in addition to that, if we have additional funding, what we'd like to do is fix up this fence line and landscaping. Now I know it's been brought to our attention, we do know that there's a drainage structure and system that goes under there. Currently it's bamboo and brush that will be removed. It obviously already has been removed, but we'll be taking that completely and put something in that's capable of not intruding into our system. And last, we would like to just try to do any bit of the asphalt path. So currently what we've been able to achieve is the asphalt path being completed to about, now this plan isn't exactly correct, it has been shifted a little bit, but we would like to finish the path with this grant as well. All right, and that was my obligation. I'm here to ask any questions, comments, concerns, or anything such as.
Any comments from the council? Questions?
It looks great.
Thank you.
It really looks great. I've been kind of going every couple of days to see what's been going on.
It's going to start kind of spinning faster once we actually get those two really moving. I mean, you can see Drew's done a great job. He's already been able to do some of the drainage and working on out here. This year's TTF, the Transportation Trust Fund, will be doing 22nd and then finishing up Marjoram. So that will really be a nice focal point to get you guys into the park and your residents. And you're talking about, this has been all through funding, grant funding, which is really amazing. So you're talking about 2-3 years, you guys have the governing body will have a great park up to date.
And can you talk a little bit about the fact that the park is not open yet? Because I did have a resident ask when they would be able to use the playground.
Sure.
And it's in, but it's not useful yet.
So I don't know if anybody had an opportunity to see the playground. The playground, we were awarded that award, the grant, probably about a year and a half ago, right? So the playground is actually in. It was completed today. It is not open because we are rerouting the path. And the reason why we're rerouting the path is to give us additional room for the future pickleball courts, but more importantly is that the residents on Marjoram Avenue, their backyards back right up to the park. So there was a lot of overgrowth that we took down. So as they're in their backyards, they're looking right into the park. So the future plan is to regrade this, do a little bit of work to the drainage, and then replace the fence, which is in disrepair, as well as landscaping and shrubbery to give them a blockade. In the future, we would like to continue that on to the railroad side. So if you're in the park right now, New Jersey Transit last year cut down a lot of the overgrowth, which if you're in the park and a train goes by, it's right there. So it's a problem for the residents, people, you know, the children that play down there. I mean, basically the playground is backed right up, everything backs right up to the railroad track. So ideally, certainly in future funding, that we replace the whole fence with landscape in the area. And that's one reason why we relocated the area of the path. If you walk through there right now, it kind of looks like a war zone. It's been a work in progress, including the baseball field. We had a few issues over the last year, drainage issues, that it also has been incorporated with the DOT funding. But I got to tell you, the mayor's bash has really helped out on the funding, because a lot of the money that we use for grants, you know, we're picking up some slack with the mayor's bash. So that really helps out for a lot of the small stuff. We're doing irrigation on the infield with the mayor's bash. We're doing some landscaping with the mayor's bash. So it really helps. It really helps out along the way. So it's a work in progress. You know, we started the project about a year ago. You know, we need a couple more years. So these are phases, and we're going into phase 2 right now.
Did anybody in the audience have any questions? Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. This is a question from a child in my house, wondering about the soccer park. Sounds like it'll be a few years until it's up and running, like just for.
Reality is, so it does take some time, so if we go in and we apply for this funding now, realistically, we take anywhere from 8 to 10 months. It'll be awarded by most likely the start of this year, this next year, 2025. From there, it'll be how eager the municipality is. This is all work that can be done. A lot of the soccer field itself is actually stay. You're gonna have some regrading and some irrigation work, so that work will all be done in the winter, which really opens this up.
Hopefully this will be up and running by next year. And the problem, Councilwoman, with the soccer field is it's undersized. It's not regulation. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but the dotted line is the existing field. The red line is regulation. So you can see that it's a pretty substantial size difference. So, you know, we utilize a fenced-in area for a dog park, which is used quite often. And we're actually, you can see right here, the dog park is going in between the playground and the soccer field. And it's not a single dog park. The plan is to have all dogs and small dogs. So, you know, residents with small dogs can, you know, have a place for themselves outside the German Shepherd, the larger breed.
But just to finish up your question, so even if we get the work done in the winter, you'll still need to see. So the reality is it'll be early summer, mostly.
What is the cost for the next phase?
For the CDBG?
Yeah.
So right now, we're hoping that we can get the field itself in, like 140, 150. That leaves us with anywhere from, you can go up to $200,000, so what we always do is apply for a little bit more. No one gets the $200,000, it kind of works off of, it's actually a very nice program, it kind of works off of spreading it out as evenly as possible. We're hoping that if we get 185,000, that'll be able to do the park, the student soccer field, the bleachers, and then everything else, the irrigation, and then everything else will be a bonus.
The last grant we got for that was orchestrated by Amy Loney, and we got the full amount. And she's also working on this one as well.
Any other questions? Anybody from the audience have any questions or comments? Yes. Come up to the microphone, please. State your name and address.
Can I look at my license to make sure I get it right?
Birth certificate, you know.
Yeah. Bob Rumsby, 504 18th Avenue. Just a quick question. And thank you for bringing up the financial aspect of it. It's a great project. Obviously wonderful things for the children. Just a big picture idea of what the whole scope of the whole project from beginning to end will cost. Just an idea of how much from grants, how much from the mayor's bash, how much from the township itself is paying.
That's a great question. and we don't know what we're getting on the next grant, so, and it all depends on what we can afford, right? So-
Yeah, again, it's more blue sky I'm talking about, not,
So if we were to get $200,000 on a matching grant, then it's a 50-50 grant. That's one of 3 grants that we're applying for. So we received, the last grant was $71,000, 0 matching. So those are the grants we want. We're going for them. We've had several meetings with Green Acres to try to get grants, but again, they're matching grants and it's, they're expensive, so.
are these all government grants, government agencies?
Yes, yeah, whether it's county, federal, so,
How about private grants,
I don't know, what you mean by private.
corporate grants?
Thought you were looking to donate. So we have not done any soliciting for corporate unless you have somebody in mind.
Not offhand, but I think it's an interesting area to pursue, particularly people that everybody knows.
What I've seen in the past too is just due to funding, the idea like that could be really nice if you want to do, you guys have, this borough has a really nice clock in front, right? Something like that, I'm not a clock.
Oh, yeah, no.
Something of that such that you could at least have a focal point for someone that wanted to help out.
Yeah, I'm thinking back
Sure.
to Rockefeller grants,
Yeah, sure.
the DuPont family, little different scope than
Sure.
clocks.
No, well, yeah. So just to answer your question, part of it, like Drew had hinted, really it's community development block grant, so that's every other year.
Okay.
Monmouth County Open Space Grant, that's every year, but that's a matching, and the recreational grant.
And historically, how much has come out, like the Mayor's Bash, obviously you said goes in a lot of the boys, but how much is also is considered in the budgeting process?
So from my end, what we try to do is keep it as even as possible, so we're not trying to go over the $200,000, so each that's why you see all the different phases.
Wait,
So
what
each-
about, that's not the annual, that's not the budget number, or is it?
I think I know where you're going, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
So,
I'm just wondering how much of the
So-
annual budget.
so right now, we're in the excess of probably around 200,000 with the matching grants. We don't award a grant unless the mayor and council, we already have it approved and budgeted for. So our financial team works with us on these grants. Now, if the financial team says that we don't have the money to do this, then we can't apply for the grant.
Okay, so I guess the answer is then you allocate $200,000.
That would be the highest we've gotten so far.
Okay,
And that's only for the open space, just to get, so CDBG is non-matching, it's full funding.
yeah, again, just order of magnitude.
Of course, but
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
thank you for your question.
Anybody else? Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
Those in favor? Carried. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So now we need to vote on this, correct? Yes. Is that in, pardon? The phase 3 of the, phase 2 of the Green Acres Community Development Block Grant application. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Yep. No problem, thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
our attorney.
Thanks, Ann.
Next thing on the agenda is the proclamation honoring Pastor Randy Smith. Randy, can you come forward?
All right, this comes with bittersweet feelings, but we just honored and it's been such a pleasure to have you and your family in town. So I'd just like to present you with the following proclamation. Borough of Lake Como, proclamation honoring Pastor Randy Smith. Whereas Pastor Randy Smith was born in Manhattan, but moved early in life to the Chicago suburbs, where he graduated from Illinois State University in 1988 with his Bachelor of Science, played 3 intercollegiate sports, Chicago State University in 1994 with his Master of Arts, and Wheaton College in 2001, Master of Arts. He was a public school educator and coached for football and wrestling for 9 years. Pastor Randy holds to his credit 3 times named most influential teacher and was awarded for classroom excellence and kid advocate. And whereas in his spare time, Pastor Randy enjoys visiting national parks and making videos for his YouTube channel, currently over 65,000 subscribers, managing his Grace Quotes website, exercising, going to the beach, reading, rooting for Chicago sports teams, and whereas in 2001, Pastor Randy moved to Lake Como, formerly South Belmar, to be the lead pastor of Grace Bible Church, then Grace Tabernacle, located on the south end of Main Street, where he taught Sunday morning sermons and lessons throughout the week, counseled, taught in their school, Ambassador Christian Academy, led the entire leadership team, wrote curriculum, conducted mission trips, led local retreats, and worldwide conferences. And whereas during the 23 years that Pastor Randy and his family have lived in Lake Como, New Jersey, they served the community by participating in several lake cleanup events, attending the annual Memorial Day service for many years where he gave the opening prayer, initiating the National Day of Prayer gathering at Borough Hall, offering Children's Vacation Bible School, soccer clinics, basketball clinics, helping with Hurricane Sandy relief, offering financial assistance and opening the church building at no charge to the community whenever it was needed. And whereas Pastor Randy's priorities are being a faithful child of God, husband to wife Julie, and father to his 4 children, Haley, Kayla, Natalie, and Shane. And whereas the Lord has called Pastor Randy, Julie, and Shane to return to Michigan to be close to their 3 daughters and sister, who now reside there, they will also be able to enjoy spending time with Julie's parents, who also live there. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the mayor and council of the borough of Lake Como that Pastor Randy Smith and family will forever be part of the borough family, and may they be blessed with good health and happiness as they embark on their new journey.
Great, I'm gonna miss you at the Memorial Day service. On behalf of the mayor and council, we have little gifts for you going away.
Wow, that was beautiful. A minute, real quick?
Sure.
Yeah. Want to get a picture real quick?
Yeah.
Wow, that's humbling, very humbling to read that, and very emotional to leave. This lady has been a dear, sweet sister in the Lord. When you see her, you see Jesus. You know that? She is an example of a mature Christian, and you have been an encouragement, as the whole council, and I am super grateful on behalf of our family for the 23 years we lived here in Lake Como. Our children went to Belmar Elementary School, Communications High School. 2 of them, Shane right now, is in Manasquan High School, and we have had a time of our life raising our children in this amazing town. I'm just disappointed that the Berryman Park project is beginning and commencing now upon my departure, because we spent hundreds of hours at that place. Maybe we should stick around a little longer. I mean, that's a very memorable place. So as it's been said so often, it's very bittersweet for us. We love New Jersey, but we do, as Vivica mentioned, have family in Michigan, mainly Julie's family, and it was challenging for them to pull the grandkids away, pull us away. We'd get back there a couple of times a year, but Julie's parents are getting older, and we feel we owe it to them to honor her parents, to get back and spend the final years together as a family. Our 3 daughters have moved out already, and we're looking forward to rejoining them in about 4 weeks from now, so it's hard to believe. But again, just briefly, it was 2001, it was a couple of months before 911 that we arrived. So it really rocked our world when we first got here, as it did yours. We had that vision on our heart to come out here and do something for the Lord in an amazing way, and that was our mission, to share the hope and the good news and the love of Jesus Christ, and to show it through the love that we gave back to this community. And we had 2001 to 2010 here in Lake Como, and then we basically, not that we wanted to leave the town, we outgrew the building. We were doing 3 services, which was the funeral home, now Dynamic has purchased it, right? So we're doing 3 services every Sunday morning at that building, and we just needed more space, and the facility opened up in Wall, and we've been out in Wall again since 2010. But we love you guys. Thank you for loving our family so much, and we do hope, I didn't forget about you guys back there. Sorry, my back to you the whole time. We do hope that we were indeed a blessing to this town. We will always remember you, and we are very grateful for the 23 years that we got to share and do life together. So thank you again very much.
We'll see you Monday?
Monday.
Monday
Oh,
service?
actually, you had to bring that up. Oh, man.
Before you go, last one?
She asked me, but the mayor of Wall beat you to the
Oh,
punch.
okay.
How many years?
I don't want to create any tension between the towns.
This was the first year.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
That's
It's
okay, no
literally
problem.
at the exact same time.
All right, no
But if I
problem.
can get here, I'll swing by and just say hi to you guys one more time and goodbye.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much for everything. We love you guys. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
everything. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, it's now 7:53. I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Lake Como to order. Please stand and salute the flag and remain standing for a moment of silent prayer. Okay. Sunshine Law,
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by the adoption of a resolution by the mayor and council on the 2nd day of January 2024, in which resolution the time and place of agenda and regular meetings commencing with January 2nd were set forth. Notice of same was delivered to the Asbury Park Press, the Co-Star and Tap Into, and a copy of the notice is posted on the borough website and on the bulletin board of Borough Hall. All meetings are open to the public.
roll call please.
Councilmember Whitty?
Here.
Stahl?
Here.
Councilman D'Antuono is not here tonight, either is Councilman Demora. Councilman Ventries?
Here.
Councilwoman Alvarado?
Here.
Also, the mayor won't be able to make it tonight. He has he's a principal at Monroe High School, and he has an event there that he needs to be at, so he will not be here tonight. I need a motion to approve the minutes of May 7th, the regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in
Sorry,
favor?
did we get the minutes?
To email to you.
No.
They were.
They weren't
They
in
weren't
there,
in there?
no.
We'll hold it over until the next meeting. Reports of committee. Councilwoman Bella Doyle.
Since Mr. Avakian did such a great presentation, I have nothing further to add. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Ventries.
Thank you. The Environmental Commission had a meeting last Thursday, and during the meeting, the students of the Washington High School of Architecture and Design did a presentation by Zoom of the Main Street Arboretum proposal that they've made. And it was pretty good. It was very interesting. It laid out a lot of ideas. The entire video was about 15 minutes. I was hoping we might be able to put that on for a workshop on the June 18th meeting. I know the EC was hoping the whole council would take a look at it and give some thoughts on it.
I would
go forward.
Maybe we could do it the meeting after that, because the June 18th is the the renewal of the ABC license.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
So it may be taking a longer meeting, so we can maybe put that on to the following meeting.
Okay.
Anything else?
And that's all matters are in order.
Thank you. Councilwoman Scott?
Thank you, all matters are in order.
Under my report, I have a few things to talk about. First of all, on Monday at 10 o'clock, the town will be having a Memorial Day service down at the lake on North Boulevard and Fernwood at 10 o'clock. Open, everybody can come and participate in the ceremony. Under the 100th Anniversary Committee, the next meeting, which is June 3rd, which is a Monday, we're having a special meeting on Monday. It is 100 years to the first date of the first council meeting. And that's going to be here on June 3rd, and we're inviting some of the higher up county and state people who attend that meeting. So hopefully everybody can show up for that. Today I met with the Finance Committee and to go over the new budget for 2024, which will be introduced at the June 3rd meeting. And preliminary looks is that we're in very good shape and we should not see any major impacts to the residents of town. Other than that, that's my report for today. The next thing we got is open up for public comments on new business only. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. And you can come forward and talk about new business only, which is on the agenda. Please state your name and your address if you have anything under that. Later on during the meeting, you'll be able to come up and talk about other subjects. But this is only regarding what's on the agenda. If not, I need a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, now I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, under new business, we have a special event for the, you want to read that, Amy?
It's a special events application for the Shillelagh 5K. Go for the microphone.
Sure, what do you need? Oh, good. Shillelagh 5K, we have it, this will be our 10th year. We donate money to charity. It starts on Saturday, April 5th, runs from Bar A back to Bar A. And last year we had about 300 people. It's grown from originally we had like 30 people initially, now we're up to 300, so it's growing every year. It's a 5K and also a mile walk. Anybody have any questions?
Anybody have any questions?
It's the same route that normally is?
Yeah. Well, the same route we've been using for 10 years. I know there's a couple
Right.
different ones. I included the map.
Anybody have any questions? I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Next, we have ordinance 2024-5, offered by Councilwoman Bella Doyle.
Thank you. So offered ordinance 2024-5, which is an ordinance amending chapter 10, property maintenance of the code of the Borough of Lake Como. So there was the legislator of the state of New Jersey has delegated responsibility to the local government units to adopt regulations designed to promote public health, safety, and general welfare of its citizenry. So we're going to be updating certain sections of the borough code regarding the International Property Maintenance Code. And what we are doing is either, in certain sections, we are adding two. The first section, we would be referring to the most current edition of this maintenance code. In the second section, the most current version of the International Property Maintenance Code published by the International Code Council is hereby adopted as the Borough of Lake Como Property Maintenance Code. And any subsequent supplements or amendments thereto or new additions thereof and hereby adopted and made a part hereof as if fully set forth in this article. Section B of that is to the extent that any other borough regulation or ordinance requires more strict standards than exist in the International Property Maintenance, current edition, or any subsequent supplements or amendments, then the more strict standards shall apply within the borough of Lake Como.
Okay, I need a second.
Second.
Okay, before we vote, on it, I need to open up, motion to open up for public comments. This is the second hearing. Need a motion to open up.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody in the audience have any comments they want to make regarding this ordinance? If not, I need a motion to close.
So moved.
Second?
Carried. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Ready?
Yes.
Stahl?
Yes.
Ventries?
Yes.
Valadero?
Yes.
And next we have ordinance 2024-6, second reading, offered by Councilwoman Skull.
Thank you. So offered ordinance number 2024-6, ordinance of the Borough of Lake Como regulating salt storage on privately owned properties. Whereas the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection has conditioned renewal of the stormwater discharge master permit on the adoption of a privately owned salt storage ordinance, and whereas the borough engineer recommends the renewal of the permit and adoption of this ordinance.
Do I need a second?
Second.
Okay, I need a motion to open up for public comments.
So moved.
Any comments from the audience regarding this ordinance? If not, any motion to close?
So moved?
Second.
Carried. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Ready?
Yes.
Stahl?
Yes.
Ventries?
Yes.
Valadero?
Yes.
Next, we have resolution 2024-81, payment of bill, offered by Councilwoman Skull.
Thank you. So offered resolution 2024-81, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Lake Como that the proper officers be directed and authorized to make payment from the following accounts. Current account 2023, $2,202.66. Current account 2024, $14,468.55. Water sewer account 2024, $10,353.30. General capital account, $216. Tourism account, $410.98. ACH wire payments, $409,960.09 for a total of $437,611.58.
Do I have a second?
Second?
Roll call?
Councilmember Ready?
Yes.
Stahl?
Yes.
Ventries?
Yes.
Valadero?
Yes.
Next, we have resolution 2024-82, offered by Councilman Ventries.
So offered resolution 2024-82, resolution for unpaid municipal charges for grass cutting, enforcement through tax sale, and to impose a municipal lien. Whereas the Borough of Lake Como incurred an expense in the year 2024 against the owner of property located at 423 16th Avenue, in the Borough Tax Map, Block 1, Lot 22, for failure of the property owner to comply with the municipal ordinance concerning the condition of the property. And whereas the relevant statutes authorize the Borough of Lake Como to place a lien on the subject property for the work completed upon review of the certification of the officer in charge thereof. A list of the work totals $1,018 that was prepared by the Department of Public Works. And the governing body has reviewed the list and determined the cost to be reasonable and appropriate for the services rendered. And pursuant to the municipal ordinance, the property owner is in violation of this section and subject to penalties under municipal ordinance section 1-5. Now therefore be resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Lake Como and the county of Monmouth that the governing body has reviewed the attached list of work completed by the Lake Como Public Works Department, which list is made a part of this resolution, and that the governing body does hereby certify that the costs associated for the respective work are reasonable and proper, and that the work completed was to protect the public's health, welfare, and safety. Be further resolved that the tax collector be directed to place a lien on this property in the amount of $1,018 as a lien and tax upon the real estate to be added to and be part of the taxes next to be levied and assessed thereon and enforced and collected interest.
Do I have a second?
Second?
Roll call?
Councilmember Ready?
Yes.
Stahl?
Yes.
Ventries?
Yes.
Valadero?
Yes.
Next, we have resolution 2024-83, offered by Councilwoman Valadero.
Thank you. So offered resolution 2024-83, which is a resolution to establish a petty cash account for the Borough of Lake Como in Monmouth County for administration department and rescind current borough clerk petty cash. So we're establishing a petty cash fund for the municipality by application and resolution. It is the desire of the Borough Council and the Borough of Lake Como in the County of Monmouth to establish such a fund for the administration department in the amount of $500. The custodian for this fund is Samantha Waters, who is bonded for the amount of $1 million. Such custodian shall maintain records for this fund in a manner conducive to proper accounting and auditing procedures. Therefore, be it resolved that the Borough Council of the Borough of Lake Como hereby authorize such action, that 2 copies of this resolution be filed with the Division of Local Government Services and New Jersey Department of Community Affairs for approval.
Any questions? And a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Liddy,
Yes.
Skull,
Yes.
Ventries,
Yes.
Valadero.
Yes.
Then we got resolution 2024-84, offered by Councilman Ventries.
Thank you. So offered resolution 2024-84, resolution of the Borough of Lake Como Council executive sessions, where the Borough Council of the Borough of Lake Como must discuss matters which are not appropriate for discussion in a public meeting, and be subjects within the exceptions to the Open Public Meetings Act, and are permitted to be discussed in closed session, whereas the Borough Council intends to discuss matters of shared services and pending litigation. The length of this session is estimated to be 30 minutes, after which the public meeting shall reconvene and action may be taken. And the Borough Council will recess into closed session for only this subject.
Second.
All those, roll call?
Councilmember Liddy,
Yes.
Skull,
Yes.
Ventries,
Yes.
Valadero.
Yes.
Do we have a resolution for the community block grant?
You do not.
You do not.
The application has to be, you're just voting on what the town's applying for.
Right. We didn't vote on that.
Council President, you could just, all it has to say is that the council is, for a presentation regarding the, matching community development block grant, and believes that it's appropriate, step to take, and the interest of citizens of Lake Como, and now therefore be resolved that we will, we authorize the clerk and the VA will apply.
You got that?
Got it?
You want to do a roll call on that?
It's gonna be offered.
You want to make an offer on that?
I'll offer,
I can make a motion.
I know, Holly made the motion.
I'll offer the
Second.
resolution.
Second, roll call, please?
Councilmember Liddy,
Yes.
Skull,
Yes.
Ventries,
Yes.
Valadero.
Yes.
Next, we have, I need a motion to open up for public comments on all subjects.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now, anybody can come forward now, and any comments you want to make? Please state your name and your address, please.
My name is Zach Clinton, and I live at 317 16th Avenue. I'm a freshman at Mass and a Boy Scout for Troop 31, which is in Spring Lake. I'm a newly achieved Eagle Scout, and tonight I'm here to share with you that upon achieving Eagle Scout, I learned that other boroughs have an Eagle plaque in their borough hall where past and current or newly achieved Eagle Scouts get their names on the plaque. When my mom called the borough of Lake Como, we did not have such a plaque. So the mayor of Spring Lake sent us a photo of the plaque. Borough Hall, may I approach?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, first of all, I want to congratulate you on becoming an Eagle Scout. I know it was very hard. I was Boy Scout in my day, and I only got the first class, but congratulations. I think this is something we can look at and and take care of it and get one for Lake Como.
Councilman, there's just a few more points if he could quickly
Okay,
make,
go ahead.
that might help the decision making.
Yeah. So my Scoutmaster offered to pay up to $150 for the plaque. The one that's in the photo is estimated around $275, but there's smaller plaques for, you know, lesser amounts. And that's it.
I think we can take care of this. Give us a few weeks to, you have, excuse me, you have his name, and so we can get the plaque made up? All right, we'll get it taken care of.
Thank you for your service to the community.
Thank you.
Congratulations, that's hard work.
Anybody else have any comments?
May I?
Yes, state your name and address, please.
My name is Scott Anderson, I live at 1713 Main Street, Unit 203 in the Villas. And I have a complaint about the noise at Soldiers Beach Bar. And just want to preface this by saying, I did send an email off to Mayor Higgins, and he was kind enough to answer my email back. And I do know that he spoke to the police chief in Belmar on the issue as well. I have two other residents here from the Villas as well, and I think we all share a mutual concern, and that is that late at night, not all nights, but some nights, the music is exceptionally loud to the point that you can't sleep. And I understand that businesses and residents have to coexist. And believe me, by no way, I'm trying to hurt the business owner, but they do need to be in compliance.
What did the mayor send to you on his email? The mayor, when he replied back to you?
He replied back to me that he spoke to the police chief and that he advised me to call the Belmar police. But I can't imagine myself calling the Belmar police night after night after night.
Now, what I would recommend doing, okay, on June 18th, here, we're having a renewal of all the liquor licenses in town. And that's where you can come and voice your comments regarding that establishment's liquor license. And then the mayor and council can take your consideration of what you're saying, and all your residents that are complaining about it, we can take that into consideration when we approve their license.
Thank you for that. What's the date of that again?
June 18th.
June 18th at what time?
7:30.
7:30. And I'd ask the council perhaps if they could just keep it in mind that it's a real issue, it's a real concern, and again, I'm not trying to hurt the business owner. I know they own the candle shop next door. I know they cleaned the place up. They also opened up the door on the side of and they opened up they have an outside business now with hundreds of people that migrate there, and it's become intolerable. And I appreciate.
We also will talk to the police chief also.
No, it'd be appreciated, but I wanted to bring it to the council's attention, as well as I did email the mayor, and he was kind enough to get back to me.
How do you recommend to come to that June 18th meeting?
I definitely will come, and I thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dave Surza, I'm also, I'm 1715 Main Street at the Villas. I also happen to be the HOA president there. And my question is more protocol or process. So the frontage, we own 1713, 1717, and 1719. We also own the townhomes in the back, but that's in the back. Is there anything we can do for the street to the sidewalk? Right now, it's 1719 has gravel or those landscaping stones. 1717 and 1713, it's dirt, mulch. I was told, I asked, I think I spoke to Vivica or somebody, and I asked, I would like to do Riverstone. I was told no, because it might be a safety hazard.
There's an ordinance on the book that says what can be put there. I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But there is an ordinance governing that. If you want, we can get you a copy of that.
Sure. Yeah, that would be great, because we just want to
See
beautify
Amy,
it.
and she'll get you a
And I
copy
know
of
you
it.
guys will probably have, because you do, and that's where I'm questioning the protocol of the process. You're responsible, the township is responsible for street, and then that about 4 feet of wide, where it's just mulch, and then the trees are planted there, and then there's the sidewalk. And then there's the landscaping against the actual building. I believe that's our responsibility. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right, so I'll be responsible for that. But if there's anything that we can possibly do with the council and with the board to maybe make the frontage a little bit nicer, that would be really appreciated.
All right, we'll take a look at it, and you can see Amy and get the ordinance regarding the, what you can be put there.
Okay, and one more question regarding 1719. The owner of 1719 actually owns both of those units. She's a doctor. She has complained that her front door, there's a sidewalk, there's front door, the grading is off, and whenever it rains, there's a huge puddle of water right at her front door. So when her patients or anybody come in there, they have to literally, you can't go around because there's bushes there. Is that the township's responsibility to regrade that part of the sidewalk, or is that an HOA responsibility?
Okay?
You gotta get, I'm driving. That's the HOA's responsibility.
It's your responsibility.
It's our
According to our
responsibility.
borough attorney.
Okay, so in other words, the sidewalk then would be our responsibility.
That's correct.
Okay, okay, good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Peg.
Yep. I'm going back on mute. I'm sorry.
All right. Anybody else have any questions or comments? And before we're gonna go into executive section, but before we do that, you wanna give the closing comments? Okay, sorry. Well, anyway, before we do that, just remember, Monday, June 3rd, 7:30, here is the honey anniversary special meeting on the Monday night instead of Tuesday. So now we're gonna go into executive section to talk about some issues.